Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. And yes, this is another follow-up on the Fever win tonight. The post game was a little long. This is part of it, but sort of separate, that I thought was just really interesting with the way the game went specifically tonight. So you look at these three players, right? What we call their big three, and all had great games. Caitlin Clark, 29 points, 5 rebounds, 10 assists. Kelsey Mitchell, 28 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. She doesn't usually do either one of those. Like, Kelsey Mitchell played really well tonight overall. She even passed up a few open shots, I thought. Aliyah Boston, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists against Brittany Griner, who only had 4 rebounds and not one single offensive rebound by Brittany Griner. So these three ladies right here, Boom Boom and Kelsey Mitchell, they were lit tonight. Now, what I thought was really cool, and I couldn't find great replays of them. I showed this a little bit, but we're going to show this again because this is Caitlin Clark with a really basic foul on Kalia Copper. This is how you were told to foul when you want to make sure, when you're not going to give up an easy bucket, but you also want to make sure that you don't inadvertently let them still make the shot and get a 3-point play out of it. So you wrap them up, which is what you see here with Caitlin Clark. But Kalia Copper wanted to fight because of that, because I guess you're not allowed to foul her, right? And Caitlin Clark, as you saw her quickly turn around there and see her, well, look at, and she's saying it's just, she does not back down from nonsense at all. I love it. Look, I don't like dirty play. Okay, I don't like ridiculousness like you just saw with Kalia Copper there. But I do like players that play with an edge, players that play aggressive, players that don't back down when the nonsense comes to them. I mean, come on. I'm a Philly sports guy. I always have been. If you don't get that Philly has an edge to it, I don't know where you've been. But the interesting thing is, we had that with Caitlin Clark tonight. Now, this isn't a great angle, but this is kind of after. This is after Kelsey Mitchell, and if I remember correctly, it was, oh, now I'm blanking. Let me know in the comments below if it was Copper or Cloud, but they got into it a little bit. Kelsey Mitchell, I think from what I saw, and I think she felt like she did not like being held, and she kind of gave a push, and then the whole team got into it. To see all the way up in the left corner there, you can see the team's got Kelsey Mitchell like way out of there. This is after it was broken up. They're kind of talking her down because she was kind of in a pushing and shoving match with, I forget if it was Copper or Cloud. Sorry about that. But boom, another one of their big three, not backing down from nonsense. And then in the same game, and unfortunately, again, this is after the fact, Aliyah Boston also, she did not back down from Brittany Griner. And this is after the fact. And what happened, if you didn't see it, I actually, now I know people say, "Oh, you're overreacting," but now Griner actually got a technical later. Griner got a technical after the fact on the bench because she's still jawing. So, but if you saw it, Boston's trying to get to the basket. Griner puts one forearm in her throat and then actually puts her other hand to Boston's head, which 20 years ago would have been like, okay, it's a foul. But nowadays, with the way the rules are, like, to me, right, like, automatic. That's automatic flagrant when you're talking about a purposeful blow to the head. But I just thought that was really interesting. You've got this young team. I mean, Mitchell's a little more of a veteran, obviously, but you still have this young team. I mean, I think Clark's a rookie, Boston's in her second year, and Alyssa Smith's in her third year. Lexi Hull's in her third or fourth year. Young players, and it was just interesting that these it was these three, and all in the same game. After lighting up the Mercury, all played great. That all three of them got into chippy situations with the Mercury. for which none of them back down. And I love to see that. That brings an added element to a team that, yeah, they might play poorly at times and, might be incredibly frustrating to watch, as you saw in the middle quarters in this game. But again, I don't know, maybe it's different elsewhere. Maybe they're more laid back places, but as a Philly fan, what the three of them did tonight, besides how they played, but those three instances, that's how everyone's, oh, it's so tough to play in Philly. It's not tough to play in Philly. You play hard all the time. You play with an edge, and you appreciate the fans, and they'll love you. And it's really, really simple. So I thought it was really cool to see that tonight. I think that speaks well for the team going forward as they try and secure that six, possibly five playoff spot. I don't want to be the team that plays the fever. I think the two issues I mentioned in the previous video, and I'll close with that here because that was kind of long. I don't want to make this too long, but Christy Sides, her in-game coaching, and lack of depth off of the bench. Those are going to be their two big drawbacks. But I just thought that was really interesting. I wanted to point that out in another video because for me as a player, fan, coach, and all those, I love a player who might get a little, is going to get a little, not dirty, but it's going to get a little feisty and isn't going to back down when you get in their face. They're not going to shrink from those moments. And it was great. I especially love to see that from Kelsey Mitchell when it happened because I haven't seen that before her, that kind of grit. And Aliyah Boston's so nice. It's great to see it from her as well. We know Caitlin Clark's not going to back down. We've seen that before. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below on how these three played. But all three of them also showing a little bit of, hey, you're not gonna, no, you're not gonna intimidate us. And yeah, just let me know in thoughts, comments below. Thanks for checking out this video. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I really do appreciate it. Closing in on 6,400. So thank you very much, all of you, for that, and I will talk to you later.